I am telling you, I have been talking about doing land deals for the last 2 years, and I've seen you over the last 3 years just absolutely explode your business, get really focused in on this, really refine your processes to the point where now, I mean, you've got this thing pretty much streamlined, and it's incredible to see the growth. I mean, it truly is. And I think that a lot of people sleep on land because I think it's confusing to a lot of people, Brent. I think a lot of people think, well, what do you do with land? You can't rent it out. You have to find a developer for it. You have to find, the right like little niche buyers to be able to make any money off of this. But you've gone and you've completely flipped it on its head, and you've found a really smooth process to making incredible passive income. But also, I mean, you've wholesaled some really awesome deals as well with vacant land.
Yeah, I love it. And I love the fact that so many people just walk right past the land or move right past it. They're going after those stinky, nasty, dirty cat pee houses and leaving all the land for me. I mean, just right down the road from our office, there's just all this vacant land. And we sent a mailer out, and these people just couldn't believe that we were interested in buying their lands because no one else was interested. No one else was sending offers. No one else was calling these people on the phone. So it's almost like we kind of have them. We're the only ones talking to them. So it's like we have the special deals. And, you're right. A lot of people have no clue how to make money with land because there's no house on it. There's nothing to rent out. I'll sum it up really easy. Here's how we're making money on it. We're getting it at a massive, massive discount and turning around and selling it at easy, affordable monthly payments. And that's opening up our buyers pool like huge, like our cash buyers that buy houses and apartment complexes. They're interested. And we open up another pool of people that don't have tons of cash, but they do have $200, $300, $400, $500 a month that they can purchase their dreamland with.
I love it. So let's get into that, because obviously we know if you want to wholesale a vacant piece of land, property or contract, you match them up with a cash buyer, you make an assignment fee, right?
So true.
That's simple wholesaling. That's what we do with houses. That's what we do with apartments. That's what you can do with land. I always encourage people to go, what are your top lists right now of properties to go after? What are your top lists, Brent? And I tell them one of the top three is vacant land in town, okay? Because there are differences, Brent. There are, and we've done about 100 land deals because I was inspired by you. We really went hard at it. We did it. It was wonderfully profitable. It really worked well in our business, and we still continue to do it. But we're focusing more in town now. There's really 3 different types of land that we look at, right? Do you want to kind of break down what those are?
Yeah, I love breaking this down. Let's talk about the ones in town first that you're talking about. Oh my gosh, like this is powerful money very quickly. You can get a lot, I call them infill lots is what I call them. Those are the in-town lots. Those are a lot we can build a house on, or apartment complexes, or maybe it could be zoned for commercial or commercial buildings. You name it. These lots are all over the place. And what's cool, what's really funny is I come across a lot of house sellers that own the lot next door, or they own some random lot down the street that they inherited or they've never stepped foot on, and they're willing to let it go at a massive discount. So that's the first type of land, infill lots. These are lots that you can fairly easily get electric and water ran to, and a lot of times it's at the lot line. And you could build a house fairly quickly. People that are interested in these are like new builders, like these guys want to build a spec home or developer, and you've got them on your cash buyers list already. And they're amazingly easy to find too. I mean, you can just go down the street and see who's building a new house and talk to these people. Sometimes it's the neighbors that are interested in it. And not to dive too deep in how to find the buyers, but that's the first type of land. Those are massive, huge amounts of profit you can make really quickly. And I mean like in a week sometimes. Go ahead.
And the reason why they're so profitable, in my experience, is they either want 10 times the value of the land or they want next to nothing, right? I remember having an interview with Max Maxwell about a year ago, and his like #1 video was how he bought a piece of land in town for $250 or something, and it just blew up. I mean, this happens. I mean, Cody Hoffine bought a property for like $3,000 and sold it for like $97,000. This happens. You and I were talking before. Michael Ireland. I mean, unbelievable. A TTP family member like you and I. He's made what, 150,000 off of 2 lots or something in
Two
town.
out of his 6 deals. Yeah, 2 out of his 6 deals. And this guy's a silent killer. He like disappeared, and then he calls me right before Thanksgiving. Hey, I got good news.
Yeah, and no, and the reason I bring this up is just to let you know that, listen, guys, there is a ton of potential in going after vacant land in town, especially if you can get something that's zoned commercial. It's bananas. But even if it's residential, you know, Brent, one of the things that we switched up in our script when we were going after land and seeing the opportunity, because we were making $30,000, $40,000 assignment fees on vacant land in town because nobody's going after it. One of the conversations that I switched my phone prospectors to was, when they gave us a no, would you consider an offer on your property, right? It was typically houses. They said no. We would say, okay, great, totally understand. Do you have any other properties, maybe even a piece of land that you would consider selling? And all of a sudden, that backdoor, we were getting deals from people telling us no, they don't want to sell their property, but they got this vacant piece of land that they're just paying property taxes on.
That is absolutely amazing. And yes, that TTP script, we actually use it. We have 1 cold caller left. We had 2 not too long ago, but we're down to 1. But when we get the no on the house, because I also have a house buying division, I'm not as excited about that. I don't talk about that, but he changed his script up, and it was because of you talking about that. When he gets that hard no, he goes, great. Do you have any other houses or land available? Just like that. We got 150 parcels from one landowner, one land. And what's really cool, let me tell you what's cool about this, is we couldn't come to terms on price. However, we've agreed to partner up. So he has opened up a few of his properties. We've already sold 2 of them, and he keeps opening them up, opening up a few more at a time. And what he's going to do is put us on the deed with this land. So we're not acting as realtors. We are not real estate agents. So we're acting as owners, and we split the gross. So one of them we sold. I actually picked this check up. It was $10,000 check. I sent him $5,000. We kept $5,000 on a piece of land we never even owned.
I love it. Okay, so what's the second type of land?
Second type of land is agricultural land. This could be anywhere from, like, let's just say 20 to plus acres, like could be up to 100, 200, 300 acres. I'm not generally buying a lot of agricultural land, and I'll tell you why. Most people that are farming or ranching or running cattle on this land, this is their livelihood. This is how they make money. They're probably not going to give it away at a massively deep discounted price. However, if you come across that 40 acres or that 50 acres that's not being farmed, not running cattle on it, send them an offer, send them a postcard. They are willing to come at massive discount. Generally, we only do a few deals every quarter in agriculture. And then let's talk about recreational. This is what I love the most. I think why I like this the most is because it's just land in the middle of nowhere. It's land that no one cares about. However, I thought that no one cared about it. But this whole COVID thing has really helped, I guess, like exacerbate people's demand for this recreational land. Let's talk about what land is. It's just land that's like an hour, 45 minutes out of the city. I like to say 30 minutes from McDonald's and Walmart's. This is land you can camp on, maybe build a cabin on, tiny house, ride dirt bikes and four-wheelers. This is stuff you can get at literally 10 cents on the dollar, but it takes a little bit more work to sell it. I mean, you got to put it out there. You got to put it on Facebook and Craigslist and all the land sites, and maybe call the neighbors, things like that. So you got to work a little bit harder to sell it, but it's so easy to buy it. And that's where the majority of my monthly payments are coming in. I call it the bread and butter deals. So that's the 3 types of land.